Dozens were killed and dozens more wounded in Syria in fighting between government security forces and militants loyal to deposed ruler Bashar al-Assad. It is the worst violence in Syria since rebels toppled Assad in December and installed an Islamist transitional government. A war monitoring group, the British-based Syrian Observatory for Human Rights, said more than 70 people have been killed. A curfew has been imposed in the port cities of Latakia and Tartous, where the fighting has broken out. The clashes started when government forces were ambushed during a security operation in Latakia. Reinforcements have been sent, and videos posted online show heavy gunfire in some places. The coastal region is the heartland of the Alawite minority, and a stronghold of the Assad family, which belong to the Alawite sect. Estimations of the number of people killed in the violence vary. The Syrian Observatory for Human Rights said on Friday that 71 people had been killed, including 35 members of government forces, 32 gunmen affiliated to the former regime's army, and 4 civilians. Mustafa Naifati, a security official in Latakia, said that in a well-planned and premeditated attack, several groups of Assad militia remnants attacked our positions and checkpoints, targeting patrols in the Jabla area. The attacks resulted in numerous martyrs and injured among our forces, he added without providing the number of casualties. Naifati said security forces would work to eliminate their presence. We will restore stability to the region and protect the property of our people, he declared. The observatory said most of the security personnel killed were from the former rebel stronghold of Idlib in the northwest. During the operation, security forces captured and arrested a former head of Air Force Intelligence, one of the Assad family's most trusted security agencies, state news agency Sana reported. Our forces in the city of Jabla managed to arrest the criminal General Ibrahim Huwaija, Sana said. He is accused of hundreds of assassinations during the era of the criminal Hafez al-Assad, Bashar al-Assad's father and predecessor. In this case, a convoy of military vehicles belonging to the Turkish armed forces has entered the Syrian city of Idlib. According to reports, Turkish soldiers entered Idlib through the Bab al-Hawa border crossing.
أرتال الجيش التركي تدخل لمؤازاة العمليات العسكرية بعد ورود تقارير أمنية تتحدث عن نية قصد الانخراط في التآمر والتمرد الحاصل. إذن الآن حشود عسكرية تركية بما فيها طائرات البيرقدار تدخل إلى محاور القتال أو الإسناد بعد ورود تقارير تتحدث عن نية العصابات الانفصالية
المؤازرة عم تجي الحمد لله على الساحل. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الله عز وجل. هناك يلا.
Jasmine Felicia Crockett, who has been a U.S. representative from Texas's 30th Congressional District since January 2023 as a member of the Democratic Party, is not amused by President Donald Trump's submission to Russian President Vladimir Putin, saying the alliance was abundantly obvious after Trump's joint address to Congress. The Democratic Congresswoman responded in a colorful fashion after being asked by attorney Joe Galinas about what she would say to Trump should she get the opportunity. Joe Galina asked, "If you could tell Donald Trump anything tonight, what would you tell him?" Jasmine Crockett replied, "Grow a spine and stop being Putin's hoe." Crockett was unsparing in her assessment of the peace negotiations between the US and Russia in its efforts to effectively end Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Earlier, she slammed President Donald Trump as an enemy of the nation. The representative's comments came in reaction to Trump's Oval Office meeting with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and Vice President J.D. Vance. That conversation turned fiery when the leaders began to point fingers over the Russia-Ukraine war. "I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this before American media," Vance said to Zelensky during the meeting. "You should be thanking the president." Crockett, however, accused Trump of using the meeting to prove his loyalty to Russia. "There's no middle ground with this president," she said. "He has no intention of doing right by, number one, the United States. Unfortunately, we have someone that is occupying the White House, and as far as I'm concerned, he is an enemy to the United States," she added. "I don't know what it's going to take to get people to wake up."
First of all, thank you for making the back of my head famous. But second of all, if we could do a sequel, if you could tell Donald Trump anything tonight, what would you tell him?
I would tell him to grow a spine and stop being Putin's hoe. This is not what we should be doing. I don't even know why we fighting with Greenland. Why we fighting with Greenland? We fighting with Canada. We fighting with Mexico. Yet we in love with Putin. What is happening? Like, this is not America. This is a terrible nightmare. Somebody slap me and wake me the fuck up, because I'm